So Cardi B has changed her mind about divorcing Offset. She had the case dismissed in court and told fans on Instagram that it's hard not to miss your best friend. So Gemini, what do you think? Is this relationship going to work out?
Well, speaking of hard, not to miss your best friend, she also explained that she was missing eggplant, if you know what I mean, in her diet. And yeah, it depends on what you think of a relationship, what type of relationship. So, as a toxic, never-ending back and forth divorce, you leave, you come back, leave, you come back, maybe take a cheat here and there, come back. Yes, this is definitely going to toxically work out forever in a long time.
This whole situation reminds me so much of back when you were a kid and your parents would like threaten to turn this car right back around if you didn't stop a certain behavior, knowing full well they were never going to turn around. But the thing is, as a kid, you knew that too. Threats like these just don't work because there's never any consequences to back them up. So the question in my mind now becomes, where does Cardi go from here? Like, she has now called things off with Offset twice. He now believes she's never actually going to leave him despite threatening it. And despite how outlandish treating divorce proceedings as like a bluff to get the love and respect which she deserves is, I do believe that she is teaching someone a lesson here, and it's not Offset. These two are modeling behavior for their young daughter culture. And the lesson, and it's a powerful one, is we accept the treatment and the love that we think we deserve.
Hmm.
Oh, you're so right, Natalie. I
Heavy.
do. I first got to start by saying I recall that I predicted that this couple would get back together again on the show, and I think I was an outlier. I think everyone else was like, "No, I don't think. I think this time it's over." And so I just feel vindicated on some level. I'm just going to gloat for a moment on that. Listen, I feel like everyone in their life has had at least one breakup that didn't stick. You know, that kind of that where you're just sort of like, okay, I guess we're back together again for a while. And then usually you learn and move on and realize that once it's ended, chances are there was a reason for that. In this case, it is, as Gemini said, this is like very toxic. This is a kind of pattern of separations and reconciliations. And when couples cycle back and forth like this, that every single time the cycle happens again, the relationship tends to deteriorate more and more. And like Natalie said, where does this come from? You have to ask yourself this question, that kind of toxic cycling. And a lot of times it's because of people who had really bad modeling for relationships themselves. They had unhealthy attachments or early bonding patterns. They may have trauma in their past, low self-esteem. Those are all those kinds of reasons. And it's kind of sad because you're exactly right, Natalie. This is what they're showing their daughter is quote unquote normal. And I'll just leave last word with Jean on Facebook, who said, when you use leaving as currency, it gets cheap fast.
Ooh. But don't you
Well,
guys think it could
quite a
also be a
statement.
product of their age? These two are so young. They're 28, and I remember like it was very hard to make a clean break. And I mean, 28, you're not in high school, but that's when I was in high school. I had a boyfriend, and he was great on paper. I mean, he was captain of the rival high school football team. He had a motorcycle, and then he went away to university because he was a couple of years older. And I got turkey dumped, and that is what we used to call when your boyfriend goes to university, and then he comes back at Thanksgiving, and that's when you get dumped, and you're still in high school. But the thing is, after the turkey dump, whenever he came home, we still hooked up. I just couldn't quit him. I couldn't forget about him. I couldn't move on.
Okay, Jess, never say turkey dump again, okay? Thank you.